Hey readers, it's Caelyn Shaner, and welcome back to Obsessive Immersive Disorder. This week I wanted to do The Host by Stephenie Meyer. I borrowed this book from my English class library in high school. Could not get enough of it. I was just coming off my high from my Twilight phase. I had just gotten done reading all of those books, and this book is classified as sci-fi. It's about aliens, but it's really more of a look at what it means to be human, and it's very psychological and deep and really compelling stuff. I also have the movie, which was kind of a hot mess of awful. I really wasn't a fan of the Twilight movies, and because The Host did not get near the same amount of press and fanfare and hype, I wasn't exactly holding out much hope for the Host movie, and that's kind of exactly what happened. It was just kind of a sad, pitiful thing, but I do own it because I'm a geek, I'm a nerd. I really love Saoirse Ronan, and that just made it even more sad that this movie is just whatever. But I do love the book, and I looked up some bookish goodies that I especially want because this book does not have a huge follow, much focused on the character's inner monologue and the two personalities warring in her mind, because it's an alien living inside of a human, and the human won't just disappear into oblivion, and so there's not a whole lot of imagery in this novel to base bookish goodies off of. But I did find a few things that I myself want to go out and buy. So starting with actual book and movie related items that I didn't have to go out of my way to get something that wasn't marketed towards fans of the book, that I had to decide, okay, this sounds like something in the novel and readers would like it. This is very specifically branded as Stephenie Meyer, The Host memorabilia. So we've got a few pins, like to go on your jacket or your shirt or book bag or whatever, with the actors from the movie on them. And I thought they did a pretty decent job casting. Did I think it was perfect? No. Most fans are going to say that about any movie made off of any book that they love, but Saoirse Ronan did a really good job, and Jaren and Ian are, pretty good eye candy. So as far as that goes, pretty decent merch. And then we have this poster from the movie with Saoirse on it, and kind of a super close-up shot of the iris that these aliens are supposed to have, like the glowing silver reflective irises, but it's a super close-up shot blown up for the background behind her, so you can't really tell what it is. It kind of looks like an eclipse or something with light shining around the moon, or it really could just be anything. But yeah, I'm almost positive that's the idea behind it, is the eye, because the eye is the biggest piece of imagery in the book. And that brings us to the clothes section, which there are a few t-shirts. They're not terribly well designed. It's basically just the image of the cover of the book or the movie, either one. We have both in here, in a square on the front of the t-shirt, which is okay. It's not super graphic or super pretty, but some of them have quotes, and it's just a cool little thing to go out and get yourself. The one I really did like was Love, The Host, this black one with the glowing O, which is supposed to look like the glowing iris, the ring around the iris, that's supposed to reflect behind the eye color. It also kind of just looks sci-fi-ish, and kind of like this here. And then in the book, after she runs off and she goes to live in this cave system inside of a volcano, with her, what would become her found family. They live completely off what they can make, and like they make their own soap and their own bread, and they find a way to grow stuff in sort of the atrium of the caves, where there's like a hole in the ceiling. And so I found some homemade looking soaps for you guys that really just kind of fit the color and the vibe and the scent of what they might have had to work with. Of course, these smell a little better than probably what I think was lye soap or just your very, very basic homemade soap. Because, you know, in the real world, who wants to use soap that doesn't smell good? So these probably smell a little better, but they are kind of more rustic and basic scents that aren't like super flowery or fruity or what have you. So these are cool little nifty things that, you know, if you really want to get into the spirit of the book, you can shower using these things. Because, you know, what else is a super nerd going to do? And then also in that vein is the only recipe I found this week of this sort of dense looking bread. I'm sure it tastes really good, but it really looks like the rolls that Wanderer for short, made in the caves with the other survivors of the alien occupation. And it looks cute and hopefully tasty. You could probably eat it with some dip. And then the biggest thing on this list that I was super excited about, aside from the fan art, is the silver contacts. If you love this book and you really want to go out and buy something that makes you feel like you're in this world or really connect with the characters, then absolutely you have to get these colored contacts. They look so much like what's on the novel and described in the novel and the covers, and just super, super cool. You can wear these for cosplay, for Halloween, what have you, but just overall these are the biggest thing that I recommend. If you can stand having contacts in your eyes and you love the host story and the concept behind the aliens and you really, really like the character Wanderer, then these contacts are it, man. Like, this is the one thing on the list that you gotta go out and get. They're reasonably affordable at $23.95, and I'm just so super hyped about finding these. I was really excited. And then second to last is the music, which basically what you're looking at is this playlist from the movie itself, the soundtrack to the movie, and each character has their own theme, and overall it's just really pretty. It's not terribly exciting, but not a lot in the novel was very adrenaline soaked and action driven. Like I said, it's very psychological. So these melodies and tunes and such kind of follow that vibe. The one that really amps me up, though, is the one from the credits and the movie trailer, which really got me hyped about the movie. I didn't have terribly high hopes for it, like I said, but as soon as I heard that the movie was coming out, this trailer was dropped for the movie, and it had Radioactive by Imagine Dragons playing over it, and oh boy was I excited. Oh god, I was just fucking bouncing up and down in my seat, like, I want to go see this movie right now. And it kind of turned into one of those sad cases where the trailer is better than the movie, but the song Radioactive totally takes me back to when I was super excited about it, and I just really love the song, regardless of the book or the movie, but like it will always be tied in my mind to this story and these characters, so that's my favorite song on this playlist. Definitely worth checking out. And then last but not least, my favorite section for this video is the fan art. I love the fan art. I will always love the fan art portion of these videos, but this one particularly, the casting for Wanderer at the end of the movie did not fit the description to the book at all. I'm sure she's a lovely actress, but she's only in there for like maybe 2 minutes tops, and I'm just really annoyed that they couldn't have found someone that fits the description better. Like, it's very, very vivid in the story. It's explained really, really well. And you have a direct sense of what her new body looks like when she's separated from Melanie, and Melanie can have her body back, and Wanderer gets a new host who has no one else living inside of it. The entity is gone. It's just a human shell, and she can inhabit that. And that's a whole ball of wax. If you read the novel, then you understand what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then you probably think I'm nuts. But either way, they could have cast. I wanted Anna Sophia Robb because she was perfect for that role, just insanely. But at the very least, they could have found a lookalike, someone similar, because she literally says maybe 2 lines at the end of the movie. Because Saoirse is playing both characters throughout the whole movie, and long story longer, they just fucked that up all to hell, and the fan art gives me solace because they did it right. And you have this petite, short, little blonde thing with the silver eyes, the golden hair, the golden freckles, and is just exactly what Wanderer's new persona would look like. And it just makes me feel so much better that the fans got it right when the fucking director of the movie did not. And we've got some of Wanderer with Ian, of Melanie with Jared, but my favorite ones, the ones I think are just so adorable, it breaks my heart, and just really gives me like all the feels from when I was reading the novel, are Melanie and Wanderer and her new body together, being sisters, being best friends, because it took them a long damn time in the novel to get there, and to really see each other's point of view and not to feel like the other one was invading their territory. And by the end of the novel, even before Wanderer as a soul of an alien, and even before Wanderer gets transplanted, they're like, no, I really care about you, I don't want anything to happen to you, and there's this whole sacrificial thing going on so the other one can have their body back. And the sisterhood that is born out of these 2 roommates, basically, in the same body, is just astounding and well written, and the fan art that shows them together being besties, and like, it just melts my heart, and I love it so much. So yeah, that's have I fangirled enough for you guys? That's basically all of my top picks this week. I have some really great books coming out soon that have a lot better imagery and bookish goodies and bookish swag associated with them, so keep an eye out for those. I just finished The Savior's Champion, which was incredible. Mind blown, like, just go out and read this book. I'm in the middle of reading Eve the Awakening, which is completely and totally different. Also really, really good. I have to say, I definitely like The Savior's Champion better, but I am enjoying Eve the Awakening quite a bit. And then next on my list is The Clockmaker's Daughter. I have no idea what that's about, so we'll see how that goes down. And then, I forget what I ordered, because I always do, but I have my Book of the Month Club book coming soon, so. And then because this channel is brand new and I have tons of my old favorite books that are still relatively popular, just sitting on the shelf waiting to be brought to you guys on a silver platter with all of their bookish swag, I will be delving into those later. I'm not sure when. Probably after my TBR has been gone through. As it piles up, I will do more videos and just, yeah. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, my personal website, and then because this channel is brand new and I have tons of my old favorite books that are still relatively popular, just sitting on the shelf waiting to be brought to you guys on a silver platter with all of their bookish swag, I will be delving into those later. I'm not sure when. Probably after my TBR has been gone through. As it piles up, I will do more videos and just, yeah. So follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, my personal website. Subscribe down below, leave your comments. What books do you think I should do? Do you like the goodies that I found for you guys this week? Do you love the host? What's your favorite book? And drop all your comments and questions down below. Hit the bell button below so you know when I post a new video, and I will see you soon.